Have you ever dreamed of being your own boss, building something from scratch, and watching it grow into something incredible? If that sounds like you, then today's conversation is exactly what you need. We're diving into the essentials of starting your own business. By the end, you'll have a roadmap to turn your dream into reality. We'll cover choosing the right idea, understanding your audience, managing money, and even promoting your brand. Ready? Let's jump in. You don't want to miss this.
Wow, Emma, that sounds exactly like what I need. I've been daydreaming about starting my own business for years, but honestly, it feels so overwhelming. There's just so much to think about, and I don't even know where to start.
That's completely normal, James. Starting a business can feel like a huge mountain to climb. But here's the good news. It's not about climbing the entire mountain at once. It's about taking small, steady steps. The first step? Let's figure out your business idea. Do you have something in mind?
I do. I've always loved baking, and people say I'm pretty good at it. I was thinking of starting a small bakery, but how do I know if it's a good idea?
That's a great starting point. Passion is key because running a business takes dedication, and you're more likely to stick with it if you love what you do. The next step is to identify your target market. Ask yourself, who would buy your baked goods? Are they busy professionals, families, or students? Understanding who your customers are will help you tailor your products to their needs.
That makes sense, but how do I figure out if people would actually buy from me?
Good question. Start by testing your idea on a small scale. For example, bake a variety of treats and offer them to friends, family, or even at local events. Ask for honest feedback. What do they like? What could be better? You'll not only learn what works, but also build confidence in your product.
That's a great idea. It feels less intimidating to start small like that, but what if I find out there's too much competition?
Competition. It's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it shows there's demand for what you're offering. Your job is to find a way to stand out. Maybe you can focus on healthier options, unique flavors, or even eco-friendly packaging. Find your unique selling point. That's what will make your bakery special.
That's smart. I never thought about it like that. So, once I test my idea, what's the next step?
The next step is creating a simple business plan. Think of it as your roadmap. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just answer these questions. What are your goals? Who are your customers? What will you sell? And how much money do you need to get started?
A business plan. I've always thought it was something only big companies needed.
Not at all. Even small businesses need a plan. It's like going on a road trip. You wouldn't start driving without knowing where you're headed, right?
True. What about money? Though, do I need a lot to start?
Not necessarily. Start small and grow gradually. For a bakery, you could begin by selling from home or at local markets. That way, you keep your costs low while building your brand. Once you're more established, you can think about expanding.
Okay, so it's about starting simple and manageable. But how do I figure out how much to charge for my products?
Great question. Start by calculating the cost of making each item. Include everything: ingredients, packaging, and even your time. Once you know your costs, add a profit margin. Look at similar products in your area to ensure your prices are competitive.
That makes sense. But what about getting the word out? How do I promote my bakery?
Promotion is crucial. Social media is your best friend. Platforms like Instagram and Facebook are perfect for sharing mouthwatering photos of your baked goods. You could also offer discounts or freebies to your first customers to get people talking. Word of mouth is powerful.
Social media seems like a fun way to connect with customers. But what if I don't get any sales right away?
That's completely normal. Building a business takes time. Stay patient and consistent. Keep promoting, improving your products, and listening to customer feedback. Success doesn't happen overnight, but persistence pays off.
Thanks, Emma. This is starting to feel less intimidating. I'm actually getting excited about the idea now.
That's the spirit, James. And remember, running a business is a journey. You'll have ups and downs, but every challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow.
Speaking of growth, how do I know when it's the right time to expand?
Great question. You'll know it's time to expand when you're consistently meeting demand, have loyal customers, and can afford to take the next step financially. For example, if you're getting more orders than you can handle, it might be time to hire help or even open a small shop.
That makes sense. It's about growing steadily rather than rushing.
Exactly. And don't forget to network. Connecting with other business owners can give you valuable insights and support. Join local groups, attend events, or even chat with other bakers. You'd be surprised how willing people are to share advice.
Networking, another area I need to work on. It sounds intimidating, though.
It can be at first, but think of it as simply having conversations. Be curious, ask questions, and share your own experiences. Most people love helping others, especially beginners.
That's comforting to hear. So, to sum up, start with a passion, test the idea, create a plan, keep costs low, focus on great customer service, and grow gradually. Did I get that right?
You nailed it, James. And one more thing, believe in yourself. Confidence is key. If you're passionate and willing to put in the effort, you're already halfway there.
Thanks, Emma. This has been so helpful. I feel ready to take that first step.
And just to add, James, one thing that often gets overlooked when starting a business is taking care of yourself. Running a business can be demanding, and it's easy to get caught up in the hustle. Make sure you're setting aside time to rest and recharge. Your business will thrive if you're at your best.
That's so true. I imagine it's easy to burn out if you're not careful. It's a good reminder to pace myself and find balance.
Exactly. It's all about sustainable growth, both for you and your business. One way to stay organized is by creating a schedule or a to-do list. Prioritize tasks and tackle them one at a time. This helps you stay focused and avoid feeling overwhelmed.
That's a great tip. I've always found that writing things down helps me clear my mind.
It's a simple habit, but it works wonders. And don't hesitate to celebrate your small wins along the way. Every milestone, whether it's your first sale, a glowing review, or reaching a monthly goal, is worth acknowledging.
Celebrating the small wins. I like that. It's a good way to stay motivated.
Absolutely. Motivation is key, and it comes from recognizing progress, no matter how small. Remember, James, and everyone listening, starting a business is a journey, not a sprint. Stay curious, stay resilient, and keep learning every step of the way.
This has been an eye-opening conversation. Emma, I feel like I've learned so much, and I'm actually excited to get started.
And James, before we wrap up, let's touch on something many people don't think about at first: mindset. A strong, positive mindset can make or break a business. How you handle challenges, failures, and even successes will shape your journey.
That's true. I've heard that business can be unpredictable, but what does having the right mindset really mean?
It means staying adaptable, resilient, and open to learning. For example, let's say a new bakery opens nearby, and you notice their cakes are popular. Instead of seeing it as a threat, look at it as an opportunity to learn. What are they doing well? Can you innovate to offer something different?
I like that approach, seeing competition as a chance to improve rather than something to fear.
Exactly. A growth mindset is key, and don't let failures discourage you. Did you know some of the most successful entrepreneurs failed multiple times before finding success?
Really? That's comforting to hear because I've always been afraid of making mistakes.
Mistakes are just lessons in disguise, James. They're opportunities to refine your process, improve your skills, and strengthen your business. Every stumble is a step forward if you're willing to learn from it.
That makes so much sense. I guess the most important thing is not giving up.
Absolutely. Persistence is your superpower in business. There will be hard days when sales are slow, or something goes wrong. But if you stay focused on your why, the reason you started, you'll push through.
Speaking of why, how important is it to have a clear purpose for your business?
It's crucial. Your why is the foundation of your business. It's what drives you, inspires your customers, and keeps you motivated. For example, if your why is bringing joy to people through your baked goods, every cake, pastry, or cookie you make will carry that intention.
I love that idea, putting my purpose into everything I create. It makes the work feel more meaningful.
It does. And when your customers can feel your passion and see your purpose, they'll connect with your brand on a deeper level. People don't just buy products, they buy stories, emotions, and values.
That's powerful. So, I should really think about the story behind my bakery and how I want to share it with the world.
Exactly. James, your story is your strongest marketing tool. Share your journey, why you started, what inspires you, and what makes your product special. Whether it's through social media, your packaging, or conversations with customers, your story will set you apart.
That's such great advice. I'm already imagining how I can bring my story to life.
That's wonderful. And one last tip, surround yourself with support. Building a business can sometimes feel lonely, but having a network of friends, family, or mentors can make all the difference.
That's true. It's easy to think you have to do it all alone, but having support sounds like it would make the journey less overwhelming.
It absolutely does. And don't forget to celebrate your milestones, no matter how small. Your first sale, your first happy customer, your first big order, these moments are worth recognizing.
Celebrating the small wins. I like that. It's a good way to stay motivated and remind myself why I started.
Exactly. And to all our listeners, remember, starting a business isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Take that first step, stay consistent, and trust the process. You've got this.
Emma, this conversation has been amazing. I feel so much more confident and ready to start my journey.
I'm so glad. James, and to everyone listening, if you've been waiting for the right time to start, that time is now. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Start with what you have and take one step at a time. Who knows? Your idea could change your life and maybe even the world.
That's such a powerful message. Thank you, Emma, and thank you to everyone tuning in. Let's make those entrepreneurial dreams a reality.
Absolutely. Remember, every great business started with a single idea and someone brave enough to take a chance. So, go out there and make it happen.